I was watching an interview with Raquel Rodriguez saying that she thinks there should be a women's mid-card title in, for the women's division and on the main roster. And in my mind, I was like, if I was thinking, should it happen? Because, in a way, I mean, the SmackDown Women's Championship is already occupied, obviously, Liv Morgan. The Raw Women's Champion, Bianca Belair, is already occupied with Damage Control. And, obviously, Damage Control also has, the women's tag team titles, but they're not getting the recognition as they should deserve because, it's not Naomi and Sasha Banks. But honestly, if WWE made a mid-card title for the women, honestly, it should happen. And I'm going to tell you my reason why it should happen. Because right now, ever since they released the women tag team titles back, I think 2019, right? Before WrestleMania, they had somewhat of recognition because Sasha and Bayley had it, and obviously they lost it to the Iconics at the time, now called Inspiration. And it had somewhat of a recognition, not so much. I mean, then it got picked up again in the Thunderdome, before the Thunderdome, it was the Kabuki Warriors as the tag team champions, the women's tag team champions. Then it got dropped from the Kabuki Warriors to Alexa and Cross, and then when it hit Thunderdome, then we had the, Bayley and Sasha picked them up again, giving them some other recognition, and then now after the Thunderdome, it's kind of been just lackluster from there because anybody has been picking it up. Not actual women tag teams, just random women coming off of the the roster and becoming tag teams, just to win a title. Like, it's kind of making the tag team championship become boring in a way. Will I say adding a tag team championship brings something to the table? I mean, yeah, it kind of does, but I would say leave that championship just for women tag teams alone. Just don't bring random people just to make tag teams out of them and become, champions, because WWE is kind of already lackluster with women alone, let alone tag teams. I'm just letting you on the roster. I'm just letting you know. But would it because if Sasha and Naomi comes back and becomes tag team champions again, which I think they will, it will bring the tag team titles more recognition than already how they are right now. Not just sitting there and just being passed around like a blunt, and this person has it for a couple days, this person has it for 2 months, this person has it for a week or two, but have an actual bring an actual mid-card title. She says she wants a women Intercontinental Championship. I mean, that would be cool, but that's already, Intercontinental Championship is already a thing for the men. Having two Intercontinental titles wouldn't really make sense. You could, if they had another women mid-card title, a women mid-card title, make it unique, make it fresh. I seen one comment where someone's oh, you can put the European title on there and for the women and just revamp it and just redo it. But that's kind of already the Intercontinental title itself. It's just called European Championship. And it wouldn't really make sense because that's, already been used, and it wouldn't make sense to put it back on there just for the women. I I don't know. I feel like if they have to make a mid-card championship title for the women, it gotta be new, it gotta be fresh, it gotta be something like we haven't seen in a long time. Like, this is why there's called long storm storytelling for a reason. Just telling the truth. But me personally, having mid-card titles for the women, it would bring a lot more energy and entertainment to the women's roster. And honestly, how things are wrapped up right now with Ronda and Liv and Damage Control and Bianca Belair and Asuka and Alexa, right now, honestly, more than anything, there should be a mid-card title. Because for more like the lower cards that, barely get on TV, like Shotzi and Natalya and maybe Tamina and other people, other wrestlers like that, there should be a mid-card title. There should be. But also, have more female wrestlers be on the main roster. I'm just letting you know, because from when Vince McMahon did the booking was terrible. On top of that, not only the booking was terrible, but he let go so much women wrestlers that had so much potential to the company. So much potential. Like, bro, how dumb you have to be. Just because, when it comes to women, he's more likely into either the most sexist, or two, that can probably bring in the most money. And also, when he looks at people, he looks at big men, heavyweights, because they know they're going to bring in the big bucks. And half the time, it's not always the heavyweights that bring in the big bucks. It's sometimes the cruiserweights that bring in the big bucks and make the title how it is today. If you think about it, your people, they the best four women in this generation right now of wrestlers. I'm not talking about 2016 or 2020 here. I'm talking about now. Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan, Bayley. Actually, no, not Bayley, because that was 2020. If you want, you can give me Mandy Rose, and as well too, you can give me. Honestly, you can give me. I would say Gigi, but she's part of Toxic Attraction. But you can give me. Actually, let me scratch that. That's everybody that I can see for right now, because Rhea. Oh yeah, sorry, and Raquel. Sorry, I had to think about that real quick. It's Raquel. Because Raquel was a top dog in NXT Black and Gold brand as the NXT Women's Champion. And we're not going to forget, Bianca and Rhea Ripley. Because all of them are fire as hell. They're going to be the top people in the women's division. They're already the top people in the women's division right now. Raquel is a breakout star and basically is the powerhouse of the women's division right now, besides Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley is the top person. Bianca Belair, Raquel, and Mandy Rose. Them four. Put Mandy Rose back on the main roster. Oh yeah, she's definitely going to win a main title. Putting her on NXT, yes, was the best option, because if not, Vince McMahon would have definitely cut her ass, and that would have been just terrible. I'm just letting you know now. And now that we have, how WWE is right now, looking really good, put a main title, put a mid title on there. Start off with one, and then if that does good, then you could probably put another one. But honestly, a mid-card title is definitely needed, because right now, the tag team titles get no recognition like before. If like I said, if Sasha and Naomi still had them titles, definitely they would get 100% the respect they deserve. But because it was under Vince McMahon's watch, it got no respect. But under Triple H's watch, He's into titles, he's into storytelling, and he's into the character. So if say for example, if Triple H took over the company before WrestleMania, oh yeah, not only would Naomi and Sasha Banks win a walkout, they would have stayed, got the respect they reserved, and become one of the top tag team champions of the women's division. Just telling the truth. And on top of that, he would have brought in more talent from overseas. Doesn't matter if it's Impact, New Japan Wrestling, AEW. He would have got people from every single brand and brought them over there and brought them to WWE, and the women's division would have definitely looked stacked. Tag team or either Raw or SmackDown women's division on the main roster. It doesn't matter. It would have got more recognition how they is right now. But like I said, Raquel, in my opinion, you're right. There should be a mid-card title, but you know how people saying it wouldn't really get the respect reserved as a tag team. Honestly, it would, because tag team championship is not getting any recognition how it is right now. More likely, put a mid-card title on there, and it would probably get more recognition, and the person holding would have got way more recognition how they are right now on the roster. Just letting you know.